Good afternoon to all. So after a couple of days holiday, again we are meeting the CLAD revision over there. Okay. So last 2 weeks we discussed about the LabVIEW. What is how to getting started with the LabVIEW, and we discussed about data types, loopings, structures, so many things we discussed on that last 2 weeks over there. Okay. How many of you completed that problem, state machine architecture problem? It is last day, that is last Friday, we started doing one project. We started over there. Okay, that is a weather temperature monitoring. We started over there. So I hope some of the people may completed in this the training itself, or some people can't able to do, or some people may got some errors over there. Okay, so how many people completed that problem? Just I want to know how many people completed that problem, whether with a video or not with the video, whatever. Okay, so yes, if you completed means okay, I will be happy because you are doing actually means okay, I will get some satisfaction. So yes, some of the people are doing and completing their problem. Yes, I will get some satisfaction. That's the reason only I asked you. Okay, so we completed that one. Today, that is in these 2 weeks, what we are going to discuss means we are going for the CLAD examination training. Okay, so first we'll see what is that CLAD. Already I talked about in last class itself. So what is CLAD and what is the purpose of writing the CLAD exam, and who can able to write the CLAD exam? Okay, and what is the pass percentage and how many questions will be available? So these are the basic details we'll discuss, and what is the syllabus will come for the CLAD exam, because these are the very important things. Okay, first we'll go from what is CLAD. It means the full form of CLAD will be Certified LabVIEW Associate Developer. Okay, so this is the entry level certification. Okay, so if you are learning LabVIEW means so you have to get some certification over there. Okay, so that's that first level of certification will be CLAD, Certified LabVIEW Associate Developer. Okay, so you can use this certificate. Suppose if you are successfully completing the CLAD exam and you are clearing the exam means you will get this certificate. With this certificate you can able to try NI based user companies. You can able to try over there, okay, as the fresher level or at experience level, whatever maybe. Okay, you can able to write this exam over there. So the eligibility, the prerequisite for the exam will be, so simple prerequisite will be, so you have to be experienced in LabVIEW core 1 and core 2. Okay, core 1 core 2 means, what is that core 1 core 2 means? Simply whatever the topics we discussed on the last 2 weeks, that's going to be a LabVIEW core 1 core 2. Okay, so you have to have some knowledge on these two category, or the LabVIEW core 1 and core 2. Core 1 in the sense basically basics of data types will be available. Then you have the looping structures, then sequence structures, then local variable, property node, all will coming to picture. Then core 2 in the sense you have file level will be available, architectures, that is design patterns will be available, event structures available. So these are all comprised of the core 2 will be available over there. Okay, I said that is the purpose of this CLAD training will be, this time the syllabus will be changed for the CLAD examination over there. Okay, previously the students written the CLAD exam will be, that is I written CLAD exam. At that time I don't have any syllabus called data acquisition. Okay, but this time you have a data acquisition will be available. So they are including the data acquisition also. Okay, so that's a new inclusion in this syllabus over there. Okay, apart from LabVIEW core 1 core 2, data acquisition will be available. We'll see how they will ask questions in data acquisition also. Okay, no need to worry about that, and no need to get scared about it. Okay, so I will tell how to face that question if you are getting the if you are getting questions from DAC. Okay, so then what are the syllabus and what is the pass percentage means? So in CLAD examination you have a totally 40 questions will be available. Total questions will be 40 questions, and you have a 1 hour time will be available. Okay, 40 questions, 1 hour will be available, and in 1 hour you have to that is the pass percentage will be 70% is the passing grade, no negative marking. Okay, so negative marking is not there. So you can write you can answer all the 40 questions, so irrespective of the right answer or whatever may be. Okay, so you can able to make all the questions as answer. Remember, no negative marking. Okay, why I am telling insisting that the word negative marking means, because some people what they will do means if they don't know the answer means they will leave that question over there. Okay, so some people have luck will be available. With that luck they will tell, so randomly I put one answer, so with that I cleared the exam. Some people will tell, okay, I don't know how many people that luck will favor. Okay, but sometimes the luck will favor for the unluckiest people also. Okay, that's why I'm telling, so don't leave any question. If you're leaving question means so be feel for that. Okay, simple thing. Okay, because if you are not cleared means you will feel for that. I missed one question means if suppose if you are making a any one answer mean might be for the sake that question is right means you cleared the exam author. Okay, that's why. So don't leave any question. No negative marking will be available. So totally 40 questions are there. Each question carry 2.5 percentage. Okay, so one question carry 2.5 percentage. So totally you should write. So totally you should make it 28 questions should be a right one. Okay, so out of 40 you have to make a right answer for 28 questions means you clear the exam over there. Okay, 28 also you clear that exam. Okay, if you are multiplying 28 into 2.5 you will get a 70% you will get. So whatever the question will be, whether the question is a very huge question or the question is very small question, no problem there. All the question will weightage will be equal weightage only. Okay, 2.5%. Okay, so other than this one, what are the syllabus will be available for this examination over there? Okay, syllabus will be, so here I will so here you can able to see that. Here you can able to see topic list will be available over there. Okay, so in hardware you have a 10% of questions will be available. So 10% of question in the sense means so don't go for exact calculation over there. Okay, because the calculation somewhat will differ over there. Okay, so don't go for 10% means so I will get 10 DAC question means, so I will get a 2 or 3 DAC question means not like that. That is all depends upon their people that question pattern only. Okay, so but it will follow the syllabus, it will follow. Okay, we can't tell exactly the same percentage of question will be available or not. We can't able to check it because somewhere it will may change it over there. Okay, so you have a 10% of exam hardware will be available, that is data acquisition will be available, then programming environment, then fundamentals, then remaining things will go for some of the percentage will be available over there. Okay, programming environment in the sense of data types, then you have a looping, so all will be comprised of this remaining weightage over there. Okay, so here let me go for, so here you have the, so if you are if you are that is you are learning a LabVIEW core 1 core 2 you are learning over there. Okay, in the particular core 1 core 2 learning, whatever the things you can able to do after the CLAD also means you are writing the CLAD, you are writing over there, that is a very basic you can able to know that with the CLAD over there. Okay, so if you are start suppose you are going to write examination, CLAD examination means so definitely you will work on some small projects over there. Okay, you can able to develop some small task over there, small VA you can able to start develop over there. Okay, you are not studying not only for the CLAD. Okay, so CLAD is the only certification. So don't think that it's not, it is going to determine. So I am telling, so it's not going to determine your LabVIEW feature over there. Okay, so that is one certification. So company will expect. Okay, so anyway, so same way, so you are studying engineering or studying over there. Okay, so all people will after their graduation they will expect your certification, they will expect over there. Okay, same way here also they may expect your certification. So that's the reason you are putting your efforts on CLAD and you are writing the examination you are writing over there. Okay, but don't stop it. I won't say clear CLAD I will be master in lab events. It's not like that. Okay, you have to learn many things over that. Even I am also learning all the time. Okay, even when I am taking CLAD all the time I am learning. So how can I able to teach CLAD in a better way? Okay, we are learning over there. Okay, same way. So you can able to develop some VAs over there. You can able to develop small projects like what we done on the last 2 weeks over there. Okay, so here they are giving prerequisite. Okay, what are the things you have to be you have to be know before writing the CLAD exam. Okay, so why I am telling the prerequisite means if you are not prepared for the exam and you are immediately going, if you are writing the exam means so you definitely it's hard to clear the exam. Okay, because here sometimes luck will help you, sometimes luck will not help you, not sometimes so 95% is luck will not help you. Okay, so that's why, so definitely here you have the your concentration and whatever things your time and your efforts easily you can able to clear the exam. So if you are just like that, if you are taking the exam means it's not easy to clear the exam over there. Okay, and passing rate will be 70% will be the passing rate. Okay, total score will be 100%, but passing rate will be 70%. Okay, so that's it I think. Okay, so here you can able to see the topics. Okay, so again hardware I said 10% will be available. So what are the kind of questions available there means already we discussed about some data question functions we discussed over there. Okay, how to give multiple channel and what is the output of single channel, multiple samples, single channel, single sample. We discuss some of the programming we discussed over there. Okay, so in this class I will discuss how they may ask questions from that particular data acquisition over there. Okay, we'll discuss each and everything in each and every topic also. Okay, so here you have something data types will be available. Then have a behavior, how the loop will behave. These things are available. Then have a basic functions to create a arrays, clusters. All the topics will be included over there. Okay, let me show you this one. Okay, so basically hardware will be available. So to give a clear idea, so let me show this PDF. Okay, although this syllabus will be very old syllabus. Okay, so this is the old syllabus, and if you are now this syllabus is changed. Okay, but the topics will be, this is the exam topics over there. Okay, so in that the topics they will include the DAC, they will include over there, or they will exactly ask the questions from this topic also. Okay, so this is the exam topic over there. Okay, so starting from programming principle, they will ask giving number of questions, 3 will be available. So exactly we don't know the 3 questions will come, because why I'm telling 3 or less than 3 will come means, suppose if they are considering the data type, means they are giving data type only, they are given over there. Okay, so in the data type however 3 data types will be available, because of course array and cluster will be a separate one, here they are mentioning. That's why basically 3 data types will be available. Numeric, numeric, boolean, string will be available. In these 3 data types they are telling only 2 questions will be available. Okay, so combining these 3 data types, you have only 2 questions available, means the 2 question will be from the 2 question will be from either that will be from a string. You will get you will get string data type, but I will get a question from numeric. I will get over there, because random question, shuffling question only you will get, random question only you will get it over there. Okay, so that's why. So here syllabus is just for our reference. We are seeing that. Okay, whether we discuss this topic or not. Okay, and what are the things we can able to come across. That's the reason we are going for the syllabus. Of course, we are going to follow this syllabus to complete this training over there. Okay, suppose we are considering loop means, so in this place looping have a 4 questions will be available. Okay, very important. Loops you have a 4 questions will be available, 4. Okay, and arrays and clustering have a 4 questions will be available over there. Okay, so out of 40, I said no data acquisition question. Okay, the data acquisition question can be asked in loop also. Okay, we don't know how the question will ask. Okay, that's why. So don't think about that loop alone means for loop will come, while loop looping is a loop is there, means for loop will be available, while loop will be available, shift register, feedback node. So these are the things will be combined over there. Okay, so that's the reason. So definitely the questions will be available over there. Okay, 40 questions will be covered based on this framed syllabus over there. Okay, now before getting into the syllabus, with this syllabus, can you tell, sir, I am somewhat I have some knowledge on this topic, mean whichever topic you will list, just I want to know. So I have a totally have some of the syllabus topics will be available. Sir, I will be somewhat good in this topic, sir. Okay, not fully. I know some of the topics, sir, very somewhat good, sir. I will be okay with the topic. Which are the topic you will list? That is, because in the last 2 weeks of training, you have some ideas will be available. Okay, you can list some topics over there. Topics, exam topics I need. Okay, these kind of topics I need. Okay, so even it is one topic or 2 topic, no need to hesitate. Okay, because I'm not going to tell I'm not going to tell you anything, because you are going to learn basically. Okay, and the friends are available on this training. They are not going to tell you anything over there. Okay, that's why. So sir, I will be somewhat comfortable in this topic. Mean which are the topic you will list? Tell me. Okay, loops, debugging tools, structures. Okay, data types. Okay, data types, loops. Okay, local variable, case structure, DAC, super DAC. Okay, DAQ, DAC, data acquisition system, local variable. Okay, simple thing, local variable. Okay, see they have only one question available. Okay, easily we can score in local variable also. Okay, so that's why. Okay, local variable. What about arrays and clusters? Arrays and clusters and graphs and charts. Graphs and charts. Forgot all those things. Forgot graphs and charts. Forgot arrays and clusters. Forgot fee for the CLAD. I will let you know later. Okay, if you are going to write the exam, means So till now NI is not said about the fees. Okay, so if I get to know the fees means I will update you. Okay, definitely. Arrays. Okay, so exam topics will be available. Okay, exam you can take anytime. Okay, it's not over there. Okay, so exam is happening anytime you can able to take up the exam. Okay, so it's not like a specific time. You can take up the exam anytime. Okay, so no problem over there. Okay. So this is the thing. Okay, so we'll go with the we'll go with the today's topic. Today I am planning to complete the programming principle. That is very basics only we are going to discuss over there. Okay, so we'll discuss programming principles, environment and data types. We'll discuss. Okay, if time permits we'll go with all the topics over there. Okay, depend upon the time, and you have to understood that's very important. Okay, why I am telling means this week you have this and there's this Friday, you have coming Friday, you have a exam will be available. One mock test will be available. Okay, so mock test will be available. So how many topics I am completing within this week? Okay, that is still Friday. How many topics I am? How many topics we are completing this week? Okay, so with that you have some questions. In that topic, have a questions will be available. You are going to write one mock test over there. Okay, so why this mock test mean? You may think why is mock test means the mock test is only for the you are studying the lab view and you want to assess yourself. Okay, that's the only reason I am giving the mock test. Okay, and you are learning the CLAD training also. You are studying over there. Later you may tell, sir, I want to interested to write exam means. Okay, at the time it will be helpful. The mock test will be helpful over there. Okay, because exam is going to write on online only, not offline. The CLAD main exam will be in the online, not offline exam. Okay, so that's the reason. Okay, so this Friday you have one mock test will be available. So next week you have one more exam will be available. In that exam you have a totally 40 questions. How you will write CLAD exam same way that will be available. But this week you have I don't know how many questions will be available. But depend upon the topics the exam will be available. So I will let you know the how many time you are going to write the exam and how many questions available. Probably we'll discuss on the Thursday. We will see. Okay, and what time you are going to write the exam. Okay, how we are going to write the exam. All those things we'll discuss on the Thursday. This coming Thursday we'll discuss. Okay, so just I am intimating you so that you can able to practice half an hour daily, half an hour practicing whatever things I am giving here. That practicing means you can able to start practicing means you can able to write the exam. The sudden surprise will not be available over there. Okay, that's why I'm telling. So exam will be available. 2 exams will be available. Okay, apart from the exam, we have some mock paper question paper will be available. That is previous year paper available. If you have to tell you in your language means previous year question paper will be available. We'll discuss that previous year question paper on next week, not now. Okay, because we have to complete the syllabus. Okay, so syllabus completion is one thing, and you have to understood the behavior of the each and every topic. You have to understand. Okay, then only if any questions coming in any question paper means you can able to answer. Okay, so don't expect so whatever the questions I am giving on the lab view, I am putting on my lab view screen. It's not only the question. Okay, so you can able to create n number of questions over there. Okay, and if you go for NI means they have so many sample papers will be available. Okay, all the sample have different model of question will be available. Okay, you have to ready for all the model of question mean you have to prepare for that and you have to practice for that. Okay, that's very important. So you have to be very clear in that topic over there. Okay, that's the objective of that. Okay, objective of this CLAD training and this online training also. Okay, so you are only going to answer for the questions what I am doing on my screen. Okay, so kindly be active. Answer is right or wrong, no problem. Okay, because if you are making wrong answer, why I am making the wrong answer over there. Okay, if you are telling I know the answer. If you are in the state of mind means so it's hard to clear the exam. Okay, so in CLAD you have one myth will be available. If you practice well means you can able to clear. If you are not practicing for the semester exam, we won't study at all. Okay, for engineering semester, frankly, if I want to talk means if you are studying for the semester exam means one person is studying for semester exam. He is studying all the all the in that particular subject he studied all the topic he studied over there, okay, but he got only D, he will get only D grade only he will get, okay, probably Anna University if he is getting D grade means, but one student will not study, okay, but he will claim to score A grade or B grade, A grade he will get over there, okay, so that's depend, okay, but here it is not the case, okay, so if you are prepare well means your results will be good result you will get. If you are not preparing just for the sake, if you are there means easily I can able to, definitely the person will fail over there, okay, so he will get even less than 10 also he may able to score over there, okay, that's why I'm telling you have to practice, just come up with your answers, okay, answer may be right or wrong, no problem, okay, so I will give you I will give how to find the answers and you will get some idea also, okay, so shall we go for training, shall we go for CLAD training, shall we go? So first we'll go with the basic environment over there, okay, we'll go with the basic environment, then we'll go for data types, okay, so here we are not going to discuss any new thing or we are not going to discuss any other things over there, okay, we are going to discuss same thing but not in the terms of task over there, okay, so last time we all discussed the task only, we discussed in the perspective of a task only we discussed over there, okay, but here task will not be available, only MCQ questions will be available, multiple choice question will be available, all the 40 question will be multiple choice question only, okay, so you won't get any fill and blanks question, you won't get even fill the blanks available means that will be a multiple choice only available, so multiple choice available along with the programmatic questions will be available, okay, programmatic question means they will give the block diagram and they will ask to find what is the output result they will ask to find, okay, or else they will give one expression they will give and they will ask to find the what is the respective block diagram, okay, they will not ask you to find they will not ask you to find create a program for simulate create a program to simulate the ATMVA, they will not never ask over there, okay, so only MCQs will be available, so you will play major role in this place, okay, so first we'll go with the lab environment and the programming principles, all those things, okay, what is the full form of LabVIEW? What is the full form of LabVIEW? Full form of LabVIEW? LabVIEW. So this is not CLAD question, okay, what is the full form of LabVIEW? LabVIEW. LabVIEW. Full form of LabVIEW. You can see your notebook and then you can tell, okay, if you are written anything on your notebook means you can see your notebook and then tell, okay, laboratory virtual instrumentation engineering workbench, okay, so LabVIEW represents laboratory virtual instrumentation engineering workbench, okay, so it is a thing you have to know, okay, because you are learning you are attending a training and if you don't know the full form of LabVIEW means that's not a good thing, okay, that's why laboratory virtual instrumentation engineering workbench, okay, so in this page how a LabVIEW program will execute, first of all, how a LabVIEW program will execute, how a LabVIEW program will execute, first of all, how a LabVIEW program will execute, how a LabVIEW program will execute, in what way the LabVIEW program will execute, have any idea about how a LabVIEW program will execute, because you done many programs that I know, okay, in this training also, in the task also, okay, how a LabVIEW program will execute, in what manner the LabVIEW will LabVIEW data flow will be available. .vfl super, okay, that is a file extension for LabVIEW will be .vfl super, okay. I am asking how the data will flow, what is the data flow for LabVIEW, data flow for LabVIEW, what is the data flow for LabVIEW, data flow, block diagram, throw block diagram from left to right, okay, super left to right, so block diagram will execute from left to right manner, okay, so not top to bottom, the block diagram will execute from left to right manner, okay, so how we are telling this left to right manner, we'll discuss that over, okay, so we can't tell deliberately all program is executed from left to right, yes, of course the block diagram will execute from left to right, how we are seeing, how we are okay, and suppose where you can able to see data flow, in which panel you can able to see data flow, so block diagram will execute data. My program will left to right. Okay. In which panel you can able to see data flow, data flow, data flow. Parts are available in LabVIEW. What are the parts are available for a VI? What are the parts of a VI? Block diagram, yes, super. Okay. What are the parts of a VI? Parts of a VI. Parts of a VI. Parts of a VI. Front panel, block diagram. Front panel, block diagram. Parts of a VA means front panel, block diagram, icon and connector pane. Okay, so kindly remember, so the three components is very very important, so don't forget the third component. Okay, because most of the people are forgetting the third component, don't forget it. So parts of a VA will be front panel, block diagram, icon and connector pane. Okay, so if you are lucky means you will get this question also. Okay, so what are the parts of your front panel, what are the parts of your VA you will get. Okay, of course you won't get the question. Okay, most of the cases you won't get this kind of very very basic question, you won't get. Okay, why I'm asking means because you are going to work on these three components only. Okay, you have to know these components very well. So icon and connector pin, not the first one. Okay, first one will be front panel, block diagram, icon and connector pin will be available. Okay, so where you can able to say data flow means data flow will be available only on the block diagram, not in the front panel. Okay, we may expect this is a one question over there. Okay, how we can able to expect means the question, how they will frame the question means in which of the in which window you can able to see the data flow for LabVIEW, data flow for a VA you can able to see. Okay, so in which window you can able to see data flow of a VA, they will give, put a one question mark, they will give. Okay, options will be option A front panel, option B block diagram, option B option C tools palette, option D function palette will be available over there. Okay, so like this you will get a question over there, so you have to pick the right one over there. Okay, that's very simple, but you have to read the question carefully what they are asking. Okay, suppose same question can be twisted like in which panel you cannot able to see data flow, they will give. Okay, so they here the word will be cannot see, they are asking, but previously I said where you can able to see, I asked over there. Okay, so you have to read the question. If you are not reading the question properly means you will end up with the wrong answer. Okay, so that's why reading the question is very very important based in CLAD examination. Okay, so LabVIEW represents laboratory virtual instrumentation engineering workbench. Of course, three parts are available: front panel, block diagram, icon and a connector pen will be available. Okay, and LabVIEW is coming under the category of a graphical system design model. The design model will represent acquire, analyze, present will be available. You know what is acquire, analyze, present? All those things were discussed already over there. Okay, so and LabVIEW, so kindly note down the point. Okay, now kindly note down this point. Okay, so graphical programming environment, that is LabVIEW uses data flow model. Okay, kindly make a note of this point. Okay, kindly make a note of this point. LabVIEW graphical programming means here LabVIEW. Okay, LabVIEW uses data flow model. Okay, LabVIEW uses data flow model. LabVIEW uses data flow model. Okay. So these are the users, yeah, they are giving the users and what is LabVIEW they are giving there. Okay, I think we discussed. We people will know what is the text-based programming, what is the graphical programming. So this the comparison will not come in your examination over there. Okay, this is for basic thing we can, already we discussed over there. So here this is going to be a very very important. Okay, so sequential program available, data flow programming available. Okay, so basically two different kind of set of programming available. Sequential programming means what is that? Sequential programming means the sequential programming will follow how you in that manner the program, the code will be executed over there. Okay, suppose if you are writing a text based programming means in text based programming, if you're considering means it will start from it has to execute the header file, then it will come to the main function. If anything missed out in the particular main function means you will end up with a compilation error, you will get a runtime error, you will get over there. Okay, that's the reason. So sequential programming means order, yes we can tell order also. Okay, so it will execute from top to bottom, simply we can tell. Okay, but what about data flow programming means so kindly write this point, very very important. Why I am telling this is important means so theory question will come definitely, so you cannot able to skip the theory question. Okay, don't be in the state like so I will answer all the program question. Okay, I will simply I will simply I will leave theory question. Mean that's not the case. Okay. Sometime we may expect 30 theory questions will be available and 10 practical questions available over there. Okay. So we question will frame. Okay. That's why theory is very equally important to the practical question. Okay. So data flow programming means the how when the particular function. So we'll discuss with the function. Okay. When the function will execute means the function should get the proper inputs over there. Okay. The arguments is representing the inputs over there. Okay. The particular function it has to get the proper required input means the function is ready to execute the program over there. Okay. So or else the program will show broken run arrow. So that's the data flow programming. Okay. So one point will be the data my program will execute from left to right. Yes, that's the one point. But the when the particular function will execute me, it has to get the valid input. It has to get then only the function is ready to execute. Okay. What about a highly parallel? The next point will be highly parallel will be available. What is it? Highly parallel. Highly parallel. So highly parallel means that's very simple. Okay. So it representing a parallel programming also you can able to execute. Okay. That will not make anything over there. Okay. You can able to write two VAs in simple block diagram also you can able to write. Okay. The program can execute in parallel manner also. Okay. That's why they are giving highly parallel. Okay. So next will be so shortcuts, the basic shortcuts will be, so new VA means control N, toggle window means control T, broken wire if you want to remove means broken wire, not broken run arrow, okay? So broken wire means control B, context help window, control H, cleanup diagram, control U, quick drop, control space, okay? Did you remember all the shortcuts? How many of you remember this, all the shortcuts? Okay, so they remember the shortcuts, okay? Then here you have the what is that particular VA. Okay, we discussed about the parts of a VA. We discussed what is the purpose of a front panel. What is the purpose of front panel? What is the purpose of front panel? What you will do with the front panel? UI. That is basically a UI designing. Okay, you are going to create the user interface, super user interface. You are going to create. So what are the things you can able to place on front panel means you can able to place controls and indicators or input and output. Okay, so controls and indicators you are going to place. Okay, so controls and indicators both the things you can able to place. Okay, control in represents input, indicator represents output. This is very basics. Okay, if you are confusing with this basics means so kindly don't get confused on these basics of other. Okay, so controls means input, indicator mean output over there. Okay, and block diagram, of course block diagram will represent the to do the graphical programming. You are going to do graphical code over there. Okay, so behind the controls with the help of the controls and indicators on the front panel object, you are going to create the you are going to write the graphical code. Okay, and what about icon and connector pane means icon and connector pane will be helpful to create the sub VI. Okay, to create the sub VIs. Okay, and another point will be graphical representation of a VI. Okay, so I don't know how many people remember this one. Whenever we created the sub VI, at the time what happened means we will edit this icon over there. Okay, what that icon will tell means basically that icon will tell the representation of the particular VA over there. Okay, so suppose we are making a temperature monitoring, we are making means so will make some icon editing we done. Okay, so temperature we'll put some thermometer we'll put over there, which means the thermometer indirectly will represent the okay in that particular VL representing the temperature control something. It's temperature related something it's representing over there. Okay, that's why it's a graphical representation of VA. And another one thing will be you can able to create sub VI over there with the icon and connector pane. Okay, where connector pane will be available? Where connector pane will be available? Connector pane. In which panel you will find connector pane? In which panel you can find connector pane? Connector pane I am asking. Connector pane, not icon, not icon. I am asking connector pane. Name itself connector pane available means okay. So connector pane available only on the front panel, not on the block diagram. Okay, so here you can able to see. So connector pane available only on the front panel. Okay, icon will be available on both the places. Okay, I gave a reason also why connector pane is available only on the front panel means in front panel only you are placing the controls and indicators. That's the reason connector pane present only on the front panel, not on the block diagram. Okay, palettes available in LabVIEW will be control palette available, function palette available, tools palette will be available over there. Okay, totally 3 palettes are available in LabVIEW. Then, so this is very important slide. Okay, data flow. Okay, so what is the data flow for LabVIEW? I said mean data flow for LabVIEW will be left to right. Okay, data will flow from left to right manner as they are describing this diagram itself. So here in this place, which function will execute first? That is considered you have a 2 diagram will be available. Simulate signal will be available, and here have some addition and multiplication will be available over there. Okay, take the first diagram. Which function will execute first? Which function will execute first? That is in the first diagram. That is you have a result indicator will be available. There you have a which function will execute function. Let me tell. Okay. So here let me go with the. Let me tell you. Okay. So let me tell. There you have they have some different naming will be available over there. Okay, that's why I'm so here you have a consider here you have a so here you have a addition will be available. Okay, so the function name, that is the function. Okay, so you have to remember this is the function, this is the function anything. Okay, that is the function or node, we can tell anything over there. Okay, so function or node, because sometimes sometimes they will mention about they will mention node, they will mention about function, they will mention. Okay, so you have to be clear with that. Function means that is not a control. Okay, control means they will tell us a control, they will tell. Okay, that is not the input value. Function means they are talking about the addition function or subtraction or looping. Loop also they will tell. Sometimes loop they will tell, or they will tell about the function also, we can tell over there. Okay, whatever things we are seeing on the function palette, all will be the functions are node over there. Okay, so here and here you have the, so I am going for, so here you have a, so here you have a one control will be available. So this is the input one, so this is the input one will be available, input, and this is the input two. Okay, input one and input two will be available over there. Okay, so here you have a, so here you have one terminal will be available. So let me go with the, so here you have one color will be available over there. Okay, so here you have one color will be available over there. Okay, this will represent the terminal over there. Okay, this will represent the terminal. Okay, kindly don't mind about my diagram. Okay, so anyway I will tell you in LabVIEW also. Okay, how to idea what is that terminal, because terminal is different, function is different, and wire will be different, and each for each and everything have some purpose will be available over there. Okay, that's why I'm telling. So here you have a two interconnect. So for the every front panel object you have one terminal will be available. Okay, that arrow mark will be available over there. That arrow mark will represent the arrow mark will represent terminal will be available. And for addition functions have a terminal will be available. If you are going to connect the two terminal, means you are going to use the wire. With the help of the wire only you are connecting the two terminal over there. With the terminal only the value is getting passed to the function over there. Okay, so this is the terminal. Consider this is the terminal. Okay, terminal. So terminal. Okay, this is the terminal. Okay, and this is the wire, this is the wire. Okay, so this is the wire. Okay, so very important, these are the things. Okay, so this is the terminal, wire and function will be available over there. Okay, so with that only we are going to identify which function is going to execute first asked here also. Okay, so the question will be, so here in this place which function will execute first, mean the function will be addition function will execute first over there. Okay, so why multiplication will not execute first, why addition is executing first, why multiplication will not execute, why multiplication will not execute first, why addition will execute first? Is there any reason to execute the addition function first? What is the reason behind you are opting addition is getting addition is executing first, means getting valid input first? Okay, so multiplication also getting no, multiplication also getting two valid inputs. data flows from addition function. That's I'm asking you that. That's the reason only I'm asking. Why data is flowing from addition? Okay, first it will execute multiplication, then it will come for the addition only. Why? Because means so some of the people are giving the answer like so flow from left to right. Okay, multiplication done only with the result of yes, that's the answer over there. Okay, so simple thing will be why addition will execute first means okay. So why addition is executing first means so here my addition is getting the two proper inputs. Okay, but why multiplication will not execute first means so multiplication function is depend upon the output. Addition output is depend on the addition output over there. Okay, that's why addition will execute first, then we will go for the multiplication over there, then the value will return to the result indicator over there. Okay, so that's why I'm telling don't tell data flow will be from left to right manner. Okay, because left to right manner I'm giving one example also. Okay, so for left to right manner, when it will be left to right manner means I will tell. Okay, when we can tell the program will be left to right manner over there. Okay, let me clear this one. Okay, so consider here you have one function will be available. So the function is subtraction. Okay, subtraction, and here so this will be multiplication will be available. Okay, multiplication, and here you have a addition will be available over there. Okay, addition available now. So I am connecting like this. Now tell me. Now tell me which function will execute first. Which function will execute first? Which function will execute first? Which function will execute first? Multiplication function will execute first over there. Okay, multiplication will execute first over there. Then after multiplication, which function will execute? After multiplication, which function will execute? Multiplication, subtraction, addition. Okay, so that is the diagram. Okay, so here if you are telling the diagram will be left to right manner means so here we can't tell because one diagram one function is available here and another function is available here. So if you want to draw the diagram in if you are telling left to right manner means so when we can tell the VI will be left to right means so you, after writing the diagram, after writing your VI, you will go for one shorter control U. You will go. Okay. So at that time, if you are going for control U means at that time you can able to see the all the function will be organized properly over there. Okay. Like the function will looks like so multiplication. Okay. Multiplication, two inputs it will get. Okay. Then it will go to subtraction. Subtraction. Okay. Then later it will go to addition. Okay. Addition, then output you will get over there. Okay, so likewise you will get the result over there. Okay, so yeah, at that time we can tell this data will flow from left to right manner over there. Okay, but always you have to remember when the function will particular function will execute means that function should get the valid arguments, valid input it has to get. Okay, if it is getting the proper input means then the function is ready to execute over there. Okay, by seeing the diagram itself don't come to the conclusion over there. Okay, see where in which function it's getting the input first, then which function will execute over there. Okay, because sometimes they will confuse you. Okay, how they will confuse you means they will give the so here they will give addition function, they will give it over there. Okay, so they will give addition function over there, and here they will give subtraction function. Here subtraction will be available, and here you have a division will be available over there. Okay, so division will be available over there. So they will give the input like this. So this is the input one and input two. Okay, and they will go with like this, and they will go with like this over there. Okay, if you are done they will go for result will be here you have a output will be available over there. Okay, but if you are seeing the diagram means immediately what people will think means the people will think addition will run first over there. Okay, but here addition will not run first over there. Okay, see that diagram which function will execute means because they are thinking the problem is executing from left to right. Here it's not don't see the problem is executing left to right over there. Okay, so when it will be left to right means the program will execute the block diagram will execute left to right manner. For a well-written block diagram only, the program will execute from left to right manner. So here the first function will be division will execute first, then it will go for addition, then only it will go for the subtraction. Okay, so very important. Okay, kindly write the point. Okay, kindly write this point, very important. So for a well-written block diagram, for a well-written block diagram, for a well-written block diagram, okay, block diagram data will flow from data flow will be data flow is left to right, okay. So kindly make a note of that. For a well-written block diagram, the data flow will be left to right manner over there. Okay. So very important point. Okay. Suppose in this case, if you are writing, mean don't tell the program is running from left to right. Okay. For a well-written block diagram, that is a keyword over there. Okay. In your question, they are asking. If suppose they are asking, what is the data flow for VI for a well-written block diagram? They are asking means data flow will be left to right manner. Don't choose right to left. Don't choose and don't choose like a top to bottom. Okay, here some people may think about sir right to left means right to, not a right to left. Okay, for a well written block diagram means if you are giving control u means then the inputs will be inputs, the function will be organized properly over there. For our perspective it looks like a data will flowing from left to right manner over there. Okay, always the data will flow, the function will execute if the proper required inputs are available over there. Okay, so that's the thing only they're trying to tell in this place. See here in this place. Okay, so kindly note down this slide over there. Okay, kindly make a note of this slide. So block diagram on the flow of data. First point is very important again, and second point I clearly mentioning block diagram does not execute left to right. Okay, simply it will not execute left to right. For a well written block diagram, it essence means after doing the problem, they are making control. You mean that is a well written block diagram. For the well written block diagram, the data will flow from left to right man. That's why I said the word. So you have to go for a well written block diagram. Okay, that keyword is very important. And node executes when data is available to all input terminals. Of course, okay, when the particular node, that is I said no, the node means node or function means the addition, when the addition function will execute means when it gets the two inputs. Okay, not only addition function, for subtraction, multiplication or any function, it has to get the particular required input. It has to get, if the required input is not there means, so it will not the function will not execute over there. It will result in the broken run arrow. Okay, and what about the fourth point will be, the fourth point is not supply data to all output terminal vendor. So after getting the proper inputs, it will return the output value after the function is done over there. Okay, so you will get some result you will get over there. Okay, so kindly make a note of this slide or take a screenshot also. Okay, so anyway, at the end of the training, I will share all the PPTs to you. I have some PPTs available. I am going to share, but kindly take a snap of this. Okay, kindly take a screenshot. If you want to write means note down this. Okay, quickly note down this. Quickly make a note of this one. If done means tell me, we'll go for next slide. Because we can't tell whether the question will come from LabVIEW environment or whether the question will be from LabVIEW programming principle. We can't tell over there. Okay, that's why. So we have to be always ready for the question. Okay. So if completed means tell me, we'll go for next slide. Okay. So next slide will be. So yes. So next slide is going to be a terminals will be available, wires will be available. Very important in case of theory question. Okay, because here in this place the programming principle, I said no, programming principle or environment, theory question majorly they will focus. So at that time this will be very important. Okay, what is the purpose of the terminal? Okay, how they will ask question means which of the following statement is true about the terminal. They will ask about terminal. They will ask about, okay, at that time terminal in the block diagram. Okay, terminal available only on the block diagram, not in the front panel. That is also one of the point we can able to consider. Okay, so this is the terminal. The arrow mark will represent the terminal over there. Okay, so what is the purpose of the terminal? They are giving the point over there. Again, kindly make a note of this point also. Okay, wires also, and what is the purpose of wire? What wire will do? What is the role of wire in your programming? So kindly make a note of this also once again. Because theory questions, so definitely you should study. No other way will be available. Okay, then this slide, the terminals, wires. So we saw many different kinds of wire. We saw many colors of wire. We saw over there. Okay. So we saw DBL, orange color, integer, string. That is a array, 2D array, 2 dimension, 3 dimension. 3 dimension we didn't saw that, but 3 dimension available over there. Okay. So same way cluster, the color of the cluster, cluster wire, all those things. Okay. Cluster icon representation. So then this slide, block diagram, terminals, and then wires. Okay. That means let me let me exit this slide. We'll go for LabVIEW. Okay. Okay. So here, so we'll start with the data types. So we'll start with the basic data types over there. Okay. So what are the data types available in LabVIEW? What are the data types available in LabVIEW? Basic data types available in LabVIEW. Just list where quickly data types available in LabVIEW. Numeric, integer, okay, numeric, boolean, string, okay, boolean, string, okay. Other than this one, basic data type I said, okay. Numeric, okay, boolean, string, okay. What about arrays and clusters? Array is also one data type, array and cluster, okay. So these are the basic data types available in LabVIEW. So you have a numeric data type, boolean, string, array, clusters will be available. Apart from that, we can tell enum as a one data type also. Enum also we can tell, okay, enum. Then we can tell waveform data type will be available. We'll discuss that, okay. So that is also available over there, okay. So these are the very basic data types in LabVIEW over there, okay. We'll go with the numeric. We will start with the numeric first, then we'll go for a boolean. Probably we can complete the boolean today. Okay, we'll try that, okay. So in numeric data type, what is the color for a numeric floating point? What is the color for a numeric floating point? Color for a numeric floating point. Tell me. Color for a numeric floating point. Color. Orange color. Okay, super. Orange color. What is the color for integer? What is the color for integer? Integer. Integer will be blue color. Okay. So in a numeric data type, what we have two different methods will be available. Okay. Basically, you have a numeric data type. You have a totally two things are available. First thing will be have a floating point will be available. Floating point data type will be available. Floating point will be available over there. So floating point will be available. The floating point color will be orange. Okay. The floating point color will be orange one, and second one will be integer will be available. Okay, integer will be available. Integer color will be blue color. Okay, in floating point you have some category will be available over there. Okay, so floating point color will be orange color. In floating point itself have some representations will be available over there. Okay, what are the representations available means, so in floating point you have a SGL will be available. SGL means single precision. Okay, SGL means single precision. Okay, which means that is a 2 power 32 bit. 2 power, that is a 2 power 32 bit value. 2 power 32 bit value with six with a 5-digit precision. 5-digit precision. I don't know exactly 5 or 6 5-digit precision over there. Okay, so with the precision over there. Okay, 5-digit precise you will get. Okay, so precise you are getting over there. Okay, and second one will be have a DBL will be available, double precision floating point. Okay, so the default data type will be whenever you are placing a control on the front panel, whenever you are going to place any control on the front panel, what is the default data type you will get means the default data type will be DBL only you will get over there. Okay, so right click on the front panel means you can able to see. So numeric, if you are going for control means the default data type will be you will get a numeric of floating point only. Numeric floating point you will get that is a DBL representation you will get. See here, so the representation will be DBL representation you are getting over there. Okay, so DBL represents the 2 power double precision floating point, that is a double precision. Okay, double precision. Double precision. Okay, and this is going to be a 2 power 64 bit value. 2 power 64 bit. Okay, 2 power 64 bit with a 15-digit precision. Okay, so if it is a SGL means you have a only say 5-digit precision will be available. I don't know 5 or 6. Okay, so it will be available, But if it is a double precision means you have a totally you have a 50% will be available over there. Okay, so that's the second thing. And last thing will be ext will be available. Ext represents the external type precision. Of course ext will not come into the examination, but kindly know precision, extended type precision, extended type precision, external type precision over there. Okay, so that is a ext data type. Okay, and what about integer means integer you have a totally two different type of integer available. What are the two different type of available? So integer itself two different types will be available. Floating might have only one thing are available. Okay, so dbl you have a dbl will be available, sgl and ext will be available. Okay, but in integer you have a two more category available. What are the two more categories in integer itself? Integer scalar, no, not scalar, not scalar. I32 means what is that? I32 what is that? I represents I represents integer, you will tell. Okay, int. Okay, that is signed integer or unsigned integer. That is a signed integer or unsigned integer. So in integer you have a two different category available. Okay, integer will be available. So you have a signed integer available. Okay, signed integer will be available, and you have a unsigned integer will be available. Okay, so signed integer will be available and the unsigned integer will be available. Totally two different things are there. Okay, signed integer, unsigned integer will be available over there. Okay, in signed integer it's going to be a, if it is signed integer means, so I8 will come. So I8, okay, I8, then I8, so I16, sorry, I16 will come, then I32. So whatever you said, okay, I32, then I64, I64, all will come under a signed integer over there. Okay, if it is unsigned integer means, so for that you have a U8 will be available. Same thing, but the representation will be U16 you will get. Okay, U16, then have a U32 will be available. Then last you have a U64 will be available over there. Okay, so but both the color will be same. Okay, for if it is a I8 or if it is a U8, both the color will be integer color will be same. Okay, there is no difference between the color. Okay, but why we have a two different representation means in I8 the value will be from a, basically that is a 2 power 8. Okay, that is a 2 power 8 bit value. 2 power 8 means the value will be from 250 0 to 255 we will tell over. Okay, but since it is a signed integer value, the value will be split from minus negative value to positive value, the value will be available over there. Okay, so see here, so to view this value proper, to view, so how I am telling the value will be 50%, 5%, how I can able to get the I8 value means, just go for the shortcut control H. Okay, go for control H means if you go for control H means here we can able to see here if you are having the representation will be, so wait, see here, see here. So here you have a numeric available, double precision, and you have a 64-bit real mean 2 power 64 bit value will be available. Of course, you are not going to use that much of value. So they are giving the maximum value they are giving over there. And 50-digit precision means, so here you can able to provide the value like a 1 point, so 5555555 like whatever maximum you can able to give a 50-digit precision you can able to provide. Okay, of course here why it is not accepting the 15-digit here means the default precision value will be 6-digit precision for a numeric control over there. Okay, if you want to change the numeric control precision means right click on that control, go to properties, there you can able to change the precision value over there. Okay, so go for properties. Normally by default will accept only 6-digit precision only will accept over there. Okay, so if you want to change, if you want to get a 15-digit precision means go to properties and go to display format. In display format you have the digits will be 6 digits will be available. Okay, and you can able to change the, see here, can able to get a, can able to provide the values over there. Okay, so maximum you will accept a 15-digit you will accept over there. Okay, so that your program requires means go for that. Okay, or else no need to go for this kind of precision over there. Okay, that is a 15-digit precision over there. Okay, how to get the SGL means, so it is for DBL. So let me take a one more control here, one more numeric control. One more numeric control. The numeric control will be, again I am getting a DBL only I am getting over there. How will you convert the DBL representation into SGL representation? How will you convert that? How will you convert your DBL representation into SGL representation? SGL representation. Tell me. So you have to change the representation. How will you change the representation? Means right click on that control, go representation. There you have a, I said now EXT, external precision will be available. That color is also DBL. Okay. So we are changing means here EXT you are getting over there. EXT you are getting over there. Okay. So all the time you will get a help window. You will get, okay. In that help window, that's very very important for CLAD examination. Okay. Because you are going to learn more from that help window. Okay. That's why. So always use the help window. Okay. So then I am going for SGL here, representation SGL in this place. Okay. Now see here side. So it will be 6 digit, not 5 digit. 6. Okay. Now see here single 32-bit real value and 60%. Okay. Now here the representation will be SGL and the representation will be DBL. So it's changing. See here. So after changing the representation, it's changing in this place over there. Okay. So you can able to see in this place over there. Okay. Now compare SGL and DBL. Okay. Now compare SGL and